Alright, welcome to the Marshall remodel, and this is going to be the first video for the Mad County 30 build series. To give you a little background on what we're doing out here, this is 30 acres that my wife and I bought in Madison County, Iowa. It's kind of been a dream of ours to own our own land. We were able to purchase this property last fall, and we're going to build a post frame style house. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like a barn-dominium. I'm sure you've either heard of a post frame style house or barn-dominium. That's kind of what it's going to be like. And we're going to get going on that as soon as possible. Unfortunately, the last 7 to 10 days we've had nothing but rain, and I've been pretty much rained out of working out here. So I was able to get a small excavator out here in the last couple weeks and clear some trees that I wanted out. Not all of them that I wanted gone are gone, but the ones that I definitely need are all down. So the excavator I rented was a small one. It was about a 35 horsepower excavator. And if you're asking yourself, why would I rent such a small machine? There's a couple reasons for that. As we go through this series, my wife and I, we sat down, we kind of created a budget for this build, and we want to stay within that budget. So wherever I can save money, that's what I'm going to do. And by getting a smaller excavator, it did take a little bit longer to get these trees down, but I was able to haul it myself. So I didn't have to pay the place where I rented it to haul it out here and back. And it was only, I think I had 16, 17 hours on it, and I was under $500 of my cost to rent it for that many hours, drive it out here, drive it back, my fuel and everything. So that's pretty good. I probably cleared, I don't know, probably 4 to 5 acres of space that had a bunch of scrub trees in it. I mean, I had a couple trees that were probably 18, 20 inches in diameter, and it just took me a little bit longer to get those down. But with all the rain, it actually worked pretty good. So that's why I rented the machine that I did. And as I go through this, pretty much every tool that you use building, you can rent. Now, obviously I have a lot of tools because I've been remodeling houses, but there will be tools that I will rent for this process, and an excavator obviously was one, because it's not something I'm going to use every day, but it was a necessity to get the land prepped to build the house. So I got a bunch of downed trees out here. I own my own skid steer and a grapple bucket, so once it dries up enough, I got to go around and pile all the brush up and get that burnt. And then I have some, I don't know, maybe a couple hours of grading that I want to do where we're going to put the house and to get that ready. So I got the driveway dug out, so we're waiting on base rock for that. That might be a while too, but I can't really get going on this until I get the driveway in, because I can't get any trucks or anything in and out of here without that gravel. It's just where you come into the property, it's pretty steep and it gets muddy, and it's just not going to happen. So as I go through this, I'll go through some of the tools that I use, give you kind of a rundown of the tools that I'm using to do this project. And kind of the purpose of doing this is to show you that this can be done. I'm going to build this house pretty much all by myself. And you know, my wife and I have planned for this point. We gave ourselves probably about 12 to 15 months to do this. It probably will take a little bit longer, but I think I can get it where we can live in it and a good portion of it finished before that time's up. And you know, we're just really excited about it. If you follow along, you'll have a good idea what goes into the process of building a house. You can see the mistakes I make. You can see the challenges I face, and I'm sure there will be plenty of them. Obviously, I've already hit the rain, Mother Nature. You can't really beat that, but there's going to be things that you can learn along the way. Maybe it's something you can learn and do yourself, or at least if you have somebody build you a house like this, or a house in general, you'll have a better understanding of how it all goes together. So as your house is being built, you can kind of look at it and at least have seen it before. So I spent 16, 17 hours cleaning the property with that excavator. I did pretty good. I got trees pushed over. I went around with a small chainsaw and I trimmed all the branches off the trunks of the trees that I'm going to keep for firewood, because I'm going to put a wood burning insert in this house as part of the heat. I love burning wood, so I'm going to keep all that. I went around and trimmed all that up, and Now it's just a waiting game for this weather to change. I'm out at the property today. I'm going to string some lines up and just kind of play with the positioning of the house a little bit. But stick with us here on the Marshall remodel, the Mad County 30 build. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging, and hopefully you can learn something. Hopefully, if you guys have any tips or tricks, if you guys are builders or have done this before, you can give me some tips. I've done a lot of remodeling in my life, a lot of major extensive remodels, additions, but I've never built a house from scratch. So that will be new for me. I've told it's easier, but as I've gotten started, I'm not so sure. But we will certainly find out. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a like on Instagram and Facebook. Follow us along there. We'll be putting a lot of stuff up there. And my wife's got a blog called The Marshall Remodel that hopefully, with a little prodding, she'll get that released here in the next week or two. And she's going to be putting a lot of prior stuff that we've done on other projects on there. And you can learn a lot on there too. So hopefully she can get that going soon. And we'll hopefully get this series rolling in the next 2 to 4 weeks once the weather breaks and we get some dry ground out here to work on. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for the Mad 30 build here.